What does it take to be a master? Courage to face your fears. Power to defeat your enemies. Strategy in choosing your allies. But above all, you need to be a hero.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, welcome.
Woohoo, here we are.
Welcome
to the MXM live stream with Sean Orlikowski and myself, Deirdre Hollis, aka Sean's Voices and Sunshine. We are very, very happy to be here today because we have a lot of fun things to continue to talk about. And a lot of things to just enjoy in game. It's been a little while since we've seen you, and we are just really, really happy to be back.
Yeah,
so,
been a little bit quiet, but we've got a lot of stuff to talk to you about today. And
absolutely.
Very happy to finally start to get
into the nitty-gritty of what we've all been working hard to get to, which is CBT. But before that, we definitely, in order to get to CBT, we had to have a few alphas, and we really want to thank everyone who participated in the alphas. For those who did participate, anyone who was actually just in the alpha got a title or will be getting a title upon launch, and that is the test subject title. So welcome to being the test subject.
You are all our guinea pigs. So anybody... Yeah, that's it. Anybody who played in any alpha up until now gets a test subject title. If you haven't played our game yet, we have some other titles that you can earn going forward, so you can look forward to those as well. One of the things that we did with our Titan Ruins playtest, which was our last alpha that we did, was we gave out a title for that as well. All of these will be applied at launch, so if you're wondering where it is, you don't have it yet. But the Alpha Incarnate title was what we gave out to anybody who helped us test Titan Ruins. And we also have a title for Closed Beta.
That's right. We are going to have a title for CBT. Or Closed Beta for those of you who like the extended version of that. For those, there's information on the forums and also on our news site for what you had to do or what you had to accomplish in order to get the titles. But for the Alpha Incarnate title, you did have to complete 5 matches in Titan Ruins. So for those of you who did participate in Titan Ruins but didn't participate in the 5, you probably won't get the title. That being said, we still love giving you titles as test subject, and these are exclusive. These are not probably going to be out again, and you had to participate. As we move along, there's other things that are coming up that come along.
Not yet. We have stuff to go over.
Yeah. For those of you that have been asking, there have been a few asks about what we're doing about Founders Packs. Well, we're going to have them.
Yes,
yeah.
We are. Founders Packs are going live the same day that Closed Beta starts, which is April 6th. Now, the main important thing here, you do not need a Founders Pack to get into Closed Beta. Absolutely not. You can go to our website absolutely right now and go click a single link, log into your NCSoft account, or make one if you don't have one, and you are in Closed Beta as long as we got room for you. There's no codes to apply, nothing like that. We wanted to make it as easy as possible for you guys to get in. So yes, you can do that right now. You do not need to buy a Founders Pack to get in. However, any Founders Pack that you buy, the contents of that will be available to you during CBT, so you can play with your characters that come in there, you can see the skins that come in there, all that kind of stuff, and be able to play with it and show it off during CBT. There will be a wipe after CBT, but you will get all that stuff again once we get around to launch, which is going to be this summer.
Absolutely, absolutely. So CBT does last from April 4th to the 27th. During that time, prior to CBT, we will send out those emails. Those will have new download links. There's been some question about whether people will need to just update their client or whether they'll need to re-download. The answer is you're going to need to re-download. Yep. We're going to show you as we move into the game, but you will see that there's major changes that we have made, not including but counting some master skills, etc. You're going to see new changes to the UI, all of these fun things that are going to come up in CBT that we're going to need your feedback for. All of the feedback from all of the alphas culminated and we took and now transferred into what you're going to see.
One note on the client thing, yes, everyone's going to have to install a new client. If you had access to our previous tests, you are in our closed beta as well. So you don't have to worry about going in and signing up if you already have access.
Yeah.
Make sure you're in.
So with that, we can go ahead and talk about another fun thing that's coming up for us. We're really super excited. We are going to have a tag team tournament next week. That's March 31st. And there's information there on our website all about the main event, which starts at 4 to 9. We're going to have some celebrity influencers that are coming to help us. Again,
you might recognize a couple of these people.
Yeah, Dyrus, who has been with us before. You're going to see like tons of gameplay. You're going to also have access to, if you choose to attend, and you're more than invited to go ahead and have some time on some of the machines that we'll have set up in order to play some of what's in closed beta.
Basically, it's going to be a fun tournament between these personalities. We're going to put them through a variety of different game modes and see who ends up being the better team, while being able to show off all the cool stuff that's going to be in our CBT as well.
Yep. Let's see. So this is going to be, again, the information is online, but it's going to be at the Esports Arena in Santa Ana. We definitely invite anybody who is in the area. Please come and see us. Again, event information is on the site, and we're excited about that.
There's limited space.
First come, first serve, really. So
that's a disclaimer. Unfortunately, if we have a large crowd, we won't be able to get everybody in, but come out and see us.
Okay.
All the things to note is that the first 250 get exclusive T-shirts.
Oh, yeah.
And then also we have an exclusive poster that will be available to those who join the booth signing.
Swag.
Yes.
Basically,
swag.
is the bottom line.
And you're going to want it because it's pretty cool stuff.
So get there
I
early.
want it, but I'm not. Probably won't. That's for our peeps who attend. A couple of quick things again, reiterating, enhanced UI. There's more songs in the jukebox, so we're going to play a few of those. I'm sure Juji is going to enjoy playing millions of songs over and over and over again for all of our wonderful players.
There are tons and tons of new songs in the jukebox from some of our different games as well. Juji will still spam Upside Down.
Absolutely.
It's just a fact of life.
He just does it to troll me. So there's graphics for Masters and more graphics for our game environments. And speaking of Masters, Sean, why don't you introduce everyone to one of our pride and joys?
You saw the video on the intro. Some people obviously have seen the announcement as far as last week, but we have added a new character to the game. If you go to DD's screen, you'll be able to see him in his prominence. Switch over to the
my
other
screen. There we go.
We have added the Statesman from City of Heroes. Now, if I know that there's been a little bit of talk in the community as to why we've used a property that we haven't talked about in a while, what the meaning behind it was, what the purpose behind it was, all that stuff. There's actually an interview with myself that went up live on Lorehound earlier today that really talks about what my thoughts and what my own personal feelings were about bringing this character back. As I say in the interview, I pretty much was the main person championing for this character to get into the game. The City of Heroes had a very deep meaning for me personally, and it's one of the reasons why I'm working here today. And I was actually very excited to get the character in. Now, one thing to note, this character, for people who haven't been following the news, is not actually the statesman that you remember from City of Heroes. He is Tyrant, who was the sort of the alternate universe evil version of Statesman. One of the things the COH devs always wanted to do but didn't get a chance to before the game closed was to have Tyrant redeem himself, not since Statesman had died. And be able to be that hero and kind of be a way for them to bring Statesman back without doing the cliche comic book resurrected out of nowhere thing. So we have added Statesman to the game. We have Tyrant as his alternate skin because he is Tyrant. And if you want to read his story, we have that posted some places on his master page. You can see his skills, and we're going to be showing off some of his gameplay here today too.
Yep. And you will note that as the Tyrant skin, you do get a little bit of a bonus. There are many skins in game that give you like a slight little bonus and stuff like
it's just
that.
it's
a gold reward.
Added
so
incentive.
if you're a little poor, like I tend to get, it's kind of cool. So yeah, but there he is in all his glory. Cool. So let's move along. So we're moving into master rotations during CBT, and this is something that we have kind of been discussing inside, and we also had a little bit of that in alpha and stuff like that. So why don't you give us a little bit of insight into that? This is a daily change.
Yeah, basically what master rotations are, I mean, people who play MOBAs are familiar with this. It's a free offering of characters during a given time frame. We do it daily, and we have groups of characters that are available daily, and then at the reset point, which I think is like 4 p.m. for us, it changes over to a new set of characters that are available for free. There's going to be 4 characters per day that are free. There are other ways to get free characters, like through our mercenary system, through just unlocking them yourself, obviously, and through other means that we'll talk about more in the future. But we wanted a lot of the characters to be accessible, so you can try them out, play them, and then if you like them, you know which ones to work for. That said, I know we've said it many times before, every character in the game, every character, even the ones in the Founders Packs, all that stuff can be unlocked in-game through gameplay, and we encourage you to do so. Some of the characters have a little bit of a stipulation to them. You have to achieve something in the game in order to do it. Some of them are as easy as, play a certain number of matches, or, I think one was that you just have to unlock a certain number of masters. And once you unlock a certain number of masters, then you can unlock this one. So
right.
Just a couple of different things to give you some dynamics to how you're playing the game while you're unlocking stuff.
Absolutely, absolutely. So moving along, do you have anything to add? Master combos, or we're ready to get into some content?
Yeah, there's a whole bunch that's different in this client. One thing I want to bring up before we get into the client changes, obviously we talked about our upcoming CBT. It is from 4/6 through the
27th.
27th, yeah. And we have incentives on there to get you guys to play. Obviously, we want you to come in. We want you to test everything. The incentive that we've done in the past has been titles. One thing that we're adding to this, since it's our big CBT, is we are actually allowing you to get a skin for free, and this is an exclusive skin that will not be available again. So we encourage you to get in and play, and we can probably bring up a shot of that. Hey, looking sexy there, Tajin!
Yeah.
That
I like
is
to call him Bete.
Bajin.
Bajin. What?
So yes, you get the CBT skin of Tajin. There will be something that you have to do in game to earn him. We have not fully put that out for you guys yet, but it'll be either log in a certain number of days or play a certain number of matches. We will make sure you guys know with plenty of notice what you have to do to earn that skin. But anybody who plays CBT and meets these qualifications will get the Tajin CBT skin for free.
Maybe a fight to the death.
I like that his shirt says CBT on it.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's protecting his,
Absolutely.
important parts. No, I'm just kidding.
I just like this whole entire skin period. Just the whole thing just works.
Yep. And we talked about Founders Packs a little bit. We have another another skin that's associated with people getting stuff. Now, anybody who purchases any Founders Pack, whether it's the lowest one or the highest one, is actually going to unlock this other exclusive skin. If you go to my screen, this is the Dev Kit Inouen skin here, where she basically has a nice MXM dev team shirt on to go with her giant gun. You can see her image here.
There we go.
So anybody who purchases any Founders Pack will unlock the Dev Kit Inouen skin. And there are other exclusives and there are other things in the Founders Packs as well. But again, like I said, as far as getting access to CBT and unlocking characters, you do not need to buy anything in order to do that. The Founders Packs are just a way for people who want to support the game and get in and have a little bit more when they start.
Yeah, and a list of those items is coming in the near future.
Yeah.
Yep. Cool. So let's go ahead and move along. We talked about our schedule of in-game stuff. There's going to be just a completely different schedule. We're going to go ahead and post that schedule for what's going to be available and what we need, extra testing on. In addition to that, we definitely, on those days, we encourage you to go to the forums, offer your feedback there. There's going to be posts that you can go ahead and issue your thoughts and bug reports, etc. We're going to go ahead and there's login incentives We covered Xcoin and gold. These things are going to be available to you. You will not be forced to purchase anything with real money. We're going to provide it for you, so that way you can go ahead and help us test and finalize some of this testing. So that's that. One caveat, as with any testing we do, anything you see in game is subject to change at any given moment.
There might be bugs.
And also, there might be some bugs.
There might be localization issues.
Yes.
This is the first time that anyone publicly is playing the Statesman in a competitive capacity. So Statesman himself may change drastically, or he may stay exactly the same. Just depends. I mean, anytime you introduce a new character, there's going to always be that time where you're not quite sure if he's a little too overpowered, which I don't know if the answer to that is. I know he's a lot of fun to play.
Yeah.
We'll hopefully show off a little bit of that to you soon. But yes, everything's subject to change. There are going to be bugs. There are going to be, language issues, localization issues, everything. We would love if you guys could play the game. If you find any of that stuff, let us know on the forums, and we will do our best to get all that stuff fixed in a timely manner for you.
Yay. So why don't we go ahead and we hop into game and
Alright.
check some stuff out
Yeah.
before we get back into more business and finalize our show and have fun. But we
Yes.
should have some fun.
So for the CBT, we're trying to show off as much of what MXM has to offer as possible. The things that we're going to be going over today, we're going to be taking you through an event stage, which for the people who've played the game before know that there are some NCSoft game-themed stages in the game. The one we're doing today is Ascalon, which Guild Wars 2 fans will recognize. We're going to go into 3v3 to do a match there. We'll probably just browse over our 4v4 map just so you can kind of see what's up with that. And then we'll do a 5v5 match so you can see all the pretty big changes we've made to Titan Ruins. Yeah. So first thing you'll notice here on the screen, our UI is quite different. We've got a very different heads-up display look here. You can see dispatch button is very prominent. We've changed our menu from the star chart that you saw last test to be a little bit more in your face and menu based. We have a little progress meter for your character. You can see what you get for your next level reward. You can see where you're at. Depending on which mode you just came out of, there's going to be a little progress report saying, here's what you've done for stages, here's what you've done for rare creatures. If I come out of PvP, this will have more of a KDA sort of ranking. Daily login rewards, what you can get for doing progress daily, active missions, all that kind of stuff. So we've tried to make everything a lot more streamlined and pretty looking and finalized to go with our bridge that we introduced in our last test.
Perfect.
So here we go.
Excellent. Let's get in.
Yeah. So we are going to start with, let's start with the Ascalon stage. How about that?
That sounds delicious.
Time space distortion. Ascalon catacombs. I will invite my good friend Sunshine.
You're on my favorites list.
Am I?
Yes.
Is that in real life or just in game?
No, both.
Okay.
I try to emulate in-game what real life is. So.
All right.
Just a reminder, you see the little glowy thing. You didn't see it before, but the attunements are pretty important. And so suggestions actually kind of have a pulse to them as to what you should play.
All right. I don't know. I want to pick for my second. I always have this problem. I have so many characters I like to play. I'm like,
Weapon.
For someone that's new, that doesn't understand why you're picking two characters, maybe kind of walk them through that.
yes, just kind of assume
yeah.
that people know that by now. So main thing with MXM, the big feature that we have that makes the game what it is that we have a tag system, which means that when you go into a match, you are choosing two characters instead of one. And those characters can be swapped between each other by scrolling your mouse wheel. You got about a 15-second cooldown before you can swap again, but it lets you basically save your other character's life, or get out of CC, or combo your skills together, that kind of thing. So it's a very dynamic way to play an action game, and it's added a whole lot of different diversity to the game as well. The masters you pick, the skills that you pick, going in, how you utilize them, all that kind of stuff. So speaking of combo systems, it's something I can show you just very briefly here. I think this one works. So we added a system to where master abilities will actually persist between your swap now. And so for some characters, it leads to some pretty interesting combos. So I can tether to Sunshine and then switch to my other character, and the tether still remains from Demonos. Now there are some of these that are very offense-based. There are some that are more support and defense-based like that. But it adds pretty interesting, potentially game-breaking things to the game. So that's another thing that we want you to test.
Don't judge.
The CBT is what these combos feel like, how they feel. Do they feel out of place? Do they feel good? Should we have more of them? Not every skill can combo. So just let us know your thoughts on that for sure, especially in the in the competitive PvP aspect of things. All right, so we're talking to our good buddy Ritlock Brimstone here. You might recognize him. He's one of our playable characters, and he's from Guild Wars 2. Now, this stage here and all of our NCSoft stages is basically how you unlock the NCSoft signature characters, which Ritlock is one of them. By going through this, you get items that allow you to unlock Ritlock and play him. Obviously,
Also, Sean, didn't you do the voice for Ritlock?
I did do the voice for Ritlock.
Yeah.
Yay.
I did. I can't promise I can do it now because,
It's a very deep, raspy
don't have
type
Batman
of
voice
thing.
going on right now. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I have a couple characters I voice in here. The main thing with these stages, like I said, is how you unlock. It's how you unlock these characters. We have. We got a captain over here, Ranger. We have a number of different characters that have stages. Some of our NCSoft characters don't have stages associated with them, so you just unlock them by normal means. But we thought it would be kind of fun to bring other parts from our properties into the game. And
So there is a question about the buffs. Leaf Ret TV, I'm not sure if I'm saying your name right, but I'm sorry if I don't, is asking, what about buffs and abilities like the attack speed Death Knight gets? Do they transfer too?
There are certain ones, it depends on the skill, and it'll say on the skill's description whether or not it carries over through a tag, and that's kind of where the balancing happens. We have, like I said, we have some that are in the game and work, like Demonos' thing here. Lilu's bird, where she lifts up an enemy into the air. You can then tag and they'll still be lifted into the air, allowing you to do some combos that way. Death Knight, I don't know off the top of my head if he's got tag persistence or not. But like Tajin's AoE team support buff that he does, where it makes everyone faster and gives them extra speed, that persists through. So there's a couple pretty interesting ones for sure. Suzuka's Rending Blades does persist through, so you can swap through and add bleeding effect to your other master's skills. All right, so we're going through. The object of this right now is we're trying to keep Ritlock alive. He is going all the heads. I hated these in Guild Wars 2. Ritlock is an NPC that's helping us through right now. Our job is to defend him, keep him alive, and help him get through so we can fight King Adalburn at the end.
Sometimes he kind of just gets into battle and he shouldn't.
Yeah, he's just sort of like, all right.
He's like, just
We're
go
gonna
after
go.
everything. Don't even wait for anybody. Why wait? I have my Ritlock moments. You silly.
As you can see, we're both swapping between characters here depending on the situation. There I had a bunch of people bunched up, enemies, and I know I'm going to have enemies bunched up here, so I wanted to go with Lua, who does a lot of AoE-based damage. Let's try and take out these guys a little bit quicker together. But if Sunshine or Ritlock start taking damage, I can switch back to Demonos and we can help them quickly move through this area here. Oh, that well-timed shot. I'm not gonna say planned it. Bazooka ult to finish him off.
Woo!
All right, so one thing you might notice, some of you who've played the game before will be able to tell, but down here in the bottom right, you can see that we have a rank currently. Currently we're S rank, and there are little blips below rank. Our PvE stages, including our NCSoft stages, have ways that are constantly ranking you, telling you how you're doing. And there actually will be leaderboards for those as well, so that the person who got through the fastest with the best rank and the best score is going to show prominently at the top of a list saying this person is the best at Ascalon Catacombs. And that's going to be a little competitive thing that we're going to have going. Oh, look like
He was resting.
He was following you.
Oh, he was following me?
Yeah.
Except that I wasn't the one that pressed anything.
So you can see in the top of the screen here, we're at 5 minutes 48 seconds. That's still green. That means we are doing good. We are on track to complete this in the amount of time that we need. Oh, quit talking, you two. We don't need the villain exposition here. I just want to kill you. So we're still S rank. Every time we take damage, every time Ritlock dies, especially in this mode here, we lose a little bit of score, and it all contributes in the end to what we have. We were able to stun him there. Yes. What? Back out of there. There we go. Victory!
Cha-ching!
Now, we're just playing that on normal mode. Every stage has a variety of different game modes we can play. You can see our time score. We lost a little bit of time in that boss fight, so we only made it to 66 on the time score. But attack and defense were pretty good. Technique was good. And so our final result rank was S. You can get all the way up to triple S in most game modes.
I was going to be like, come on guys, step it up.
I know. You can get up to triple S in most game modes, depending on the difficulty. Sometimes it doesn't let you go that far.
Well, I believe Rafalo got, triple S on a nightmare mode or something like that last week.
Yeah, one of our writers, Rumpelo, you will know him. He managed to solo a nightmare stage as well, and get double S rank, triple S rank.
Yeah,
right?
and it was legit too. It wasn't
crazy.
like there was no GM commands, nothing. He did it.
We're definitely going to get him to play during some of our other live streams. And you guys will see him at the tag team tournament too, so you'll want to come say hi to him.
So you can see on the wall of loot here, we've got these shards of Sahothan. These are the items that you need to unlock Ritlock if you want to unlock him for free. So by playing this stage, you can see there's a bunch of these on the wall here, the wall of loot. The better you do on the wall, the more choices you get. I got 2 Sahothan shards, so I would be happy with that. And that's about it. Now we have a variety of other.
You guys are still testing out like the rewards, right?
Yeah, I mean, beta is beta,
Yeah.
so we will definitely look at the rate of rewards given. All that feedback from you guys will help us out quite a bit. But as far as other NCSoft stages, we've got one from Lineage 2, we've got one from the original Lineage. Blade and Soul has the Black Ramp stage. You can fight Poharan and unlock Poharan if you are fans of Blade and Soul. We've got Fire Temple from Ion, and of course that was from Guild Wars 2 for Ritlock.
So lots of dungeons paying ode to all of our NCSoft titles, or at least most of our NCSoft titles.
Yeah.
With more potentially to come in the future. No guarantees, no promises, but yeah.
As far as normal PvE stages go, there are a variety of them. So there's a variety of areas that each has 4 different stages, and within them there are sub-stages as well that you play different ones depending on which difficulty you are. So
well, let's talk a little bit too, because there is a new thing about like the purchasing a ticket that. What does?
So the tickets, I mean, all this stuff is obviously still subject to change. Tickets, we wanted to be, if you want to play a specific stage, if we happen to have them in a rotation, then you can buy one of these tickets and pick any stage that you want. We're still nailing down exactly what we want the stage rotation to be. It would be a little overwhelming to have 20 areas and all the PvE stage, or all the NCSoft stages and everything available at once. So we'll probably rotate through some of those on a daily basis and let people,
enjoy
play them. So we get more groups of people together in certain stages per day.
Excellent, excellent.
But as you can see, there's anywhere from easy, which kind of gives you a little bit of a story of what that area is and all that, all the way up to nightmare, which is very difficult. Very difficult. In order to get to nightmare, you have to unlock extreme. You have to beat extreme on S rank. In order to get to extreme, you have to beat brutal on S rank. So there's a progression here as well. As you're playing through PvE stages, you are leveling up your character. As you can see, each of these skills has different upgrades that you can purchase for them. So now my cooldown is 1 second less on combat protocol. Now these upgrades exist in PvP as well, but you get, as you level up or as the time goes on in matches, you get skill points, and so you're leveling up during the course of the match instead of just by spending gold on it like you were on the PvE side of things. So there's a sort of a progression system in the game that's separate depending on which mode you're playing. All right, so we are going to get into some PvP now. See exactly how bad we do against our awesome QA team.
Oh, by the way, we do want to shout out to our QA team and thank them for serving as test subjects as we completely annihilate them, which is totally not going to happen because these guys are in game all day, every day. But we definitely want to thank them for the extra bodies that you see online right now, because we are on a test server. So.
All right, so I'm going to get people invited here. Sunshine. Do you want to be on my team, Sunshine? Or do you want to be against me?
Ooh. That makes for fun for Maggie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because she can go through. But yeah, why not against?
Okay, I'll try not to.
No
Pull us on my team, so it's all
no
good.
cheating though.
We're totally
Because you guys can see both of your screens, so no cheating.
Okay, I'll try not
All right,
to cheat.
so
Don't
we are
cheat.
good.
I can't guarantee anything.
Dr. Monkey and Thundergun. You guys are going down. All right. So, as with any game mode, we are going to pick 2 characters here. These characters have, depending on if you're playing ranked or not, only a certain number of them can be chosen. So in non-ranked, 2 people on your team can have the same master. You cannot have 2 of the same master on your own team.
No.
Ordnance on the way.
Let's see. What do I
You can
want
also,
to do?
if you look at our screen here, you cannot see the second pick unless I look over my shoulder and cheat and look at the screen right now.
Rude. So, okay, you've been warned, sir. We're going to take away your privileges.
I think we're going to bust out the Statesman. Ooh, basic skin or tyrant skin? Let's do basic. All right, so 3v3 is our combat training arena, is the name of it. Combat arena. It is basically a team deathmatch. You have 3 people on each team. There are a variety of different stages you can play on, and the object is to get as many kills as you can before the timer runs out. So it's a very quick game mode. Not huge on the objectives. It's just working together as a team, trying to murderize the other team and get that sweet victory.
Murderize.
We're gonna watch them collide into each other. It's gonna be great.
Oh, Sunshine.
Surprise! You cheater! You totally saw me doing that.
We got Boomeroo on the other enemy team, who is currently a giant snowman. Actually has some pretty good, denial as far as throwing down his basic
gun.
attack. The basic attack leaves basically an AoE damage pad on the ground.
Also, if you haven't noticed, there are skill points that every time you die, you can add skill points.
Oh, that swap right at the last minute for Rumpelo there. Lucky dude.
Fall asleep. Ammo ready low.
We're just pumping up.
can't run from me.
Ooh, nice dodge there.
Not yet.
I'm coming with you. I'm coming with you.
Ooh.
So Statesman,
Good,
as you can
Dee Dee.
see here, has basically just melee. I'm gonna try and do a little bit here. Oh boy. I think we got a Death Knight. Ooh.
You can't run from me. Give up.
Oops. That doesn't help the charge when there's a bunch of sandbags in front of you.
Not yet. That tickles.
So the skills I took with Statesman are Flying Haymaker and his Dull Pain, which is a self-heal.
Time to end this.
You're gonna have a blast.
As you can see, we're just kind of trying to stick together here as a team.
And I'm just like going all in just to
That's
try to get
Suzuka.
you.
That's Suzuka for you.
I'm like, that's it, I'm done.
Oh, rip.
Let's see.
Magic time.
Coming in hot.
Cooling down.
Oh, wow. No one saw that. No one saw that rocket whiff, did they?
I don't think anybody did.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Then it didn't happen.
Oop. Oh yeah, I'm there, I'm dancing. Dancing.
I didn't time that right.
Fall asleep. Cooling down. Can't give up.
People are asking if Statesman is Matt Mercer.
It is.
'Cause
Good
they
ears
can
out
use
there.
voice, yeah.
Yeah, he's done a little bit for us. He's also Pankuga in our game. He's done a lot of work in our other games as well. He's a good friend of ours, and we couldn't think of anybody else who had a better heroic voice than him.
Not yet. Time to end this. Close one there.
Zap. Oh wow. Whiff.
You're through.
Also, big thank you to our QA team for helping us out. They're helping play some matches with us, and I think our producers also joined in. So
Right now we've got Rumpelo, who's one of our writers. Oh, sniped. Got Statesman snipe. One of the cool things about Statesman is his ultimate, which is heroism, changes out how all of his other skills work, including his basic attack. So it turns his basic attack into a ranged little lightning strike that he does. Victory!
That was lucky. We're just lucky. That's all.
Definitely lucky. 6 and 2 luck. GG!
I spend more time dying.
Oh, maybe that was.
Fall in my presence.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It was me. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
Sorry, headphone users. Rip ears. All right, so that is basically 3v3. There's a couple different stages that you can play in that. Each of them have their own little thing about them. That one has the teleport pads that move you around, as you saw. One of them has just walls that retract up and down. There's a different number of walls every time you play. And there's a couple other ones. Some have brush in them. So there's a little bit of variety in them, but the main basic strategy is the same. Kill, don't die.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty
and
much.
work as a team. So we're going to take a quick, brief look at 4v4 now. Not going to actually play a full game, but we're just going to kind of show you, show you what the idea behind it is.
Show us the ideas.
All the ideas.
Let me just type here to my team quick.
Skin. Doop.
People want to hear some upside down.
Where's Juji?
They want to hear some upside down. That's like Juji's favorite.
I'm sure he'll be over there spamming it anytime he's online.
Some people are like, no.
I don't blame them. I'm like, no.
It's the new trolling.
Yeah,
song,
it is. It's the new way to do that. Oh boy, look at that. Thor, Juji. Yep, we're gonna be having it.
There you go.
It's
I figured it out.
good.
Awesome.
Rock out to it. So there's while we're waiting for everything to go here, a couple masters got some changes. Maya is one of the ones who got some changes. I know there are a bunch of people who played her this previous alpha. Maya's ultimate is a little bit different now because we saw that it was very very similar to one of her other abilities. So now it is actually for lack of a better term, a global rescue. When you hit her ultimate, it will actually lock onto the ally with the lowest health, no matter where they are on the map. Give them invulnerability for a few seconds while she charges up, and then she will instantly fly to them to try and help them out. So it kind of reinforces her as that support healing juggernaut, or not healing, that support safety juggernaut, as she goes in and tries to rescue all the people. All right, doesn't really matter who we pick here, so I'm gonna pick my homegirl Lua and Mr. Shugo.
I don't know if you can talk on this end, Sean, but I know we've talked about balance in the past before on other live streams, but people are wondering how we're going to work on balancing things when we have so many different game modes, like 5v5 and 3v3 and PvE, etc.
So it's, I think obviously the PvE side of things is probably the easiest to balance, because if the stage is too difficult, then we fix the stage. It's not really about the characters. Between 3v3 and 5v5, sure, that is a different issue, and I think that comes down to just your master choice. It makes a big difference there. For example, the character I was talking about, Maya, she has a global ultimate. Vimerang now has a global ultimate as well. So it doesn't make as much sense to use those in a very small map like our 3v3 maps. But they do still have different skills that you can pick going in. The kit that you bring in is very dynamic depending on the game mode that you're playing. For Statesman, in 3v3 and PvE, I like to play him completely different than in 5v5. So the way that you play the character makes a difference in that. As far as balance goes, we'll have to obviously monitor it very closely to see if there's a character who's just too broken in one game mode, and if by fixing that it makes it any worse for another game mode or not. So this is our hardpoint capture. People who played our first alpha way back when probably recognize this a little bit. It's been refined a little bit, but basically your objective is you've got 4 people. You can see up here in the top that there is a scoreboard showing you how many points you've captured. And as you have more points available, as you're killing enemy masters, you're starting to earn points as a team up in the top of the screen here.
Yeah, we're not doing any battling. We're just kind of showing you guys this new mode. We don't want to spoil it.
But once a point is captured, it has a little bit of a cooldown before it can be captured again. So that kind of tells you to kind of keep going and get everything figured out.
The animations are cool.
You can look on the map. There are there are 6 different points here that can be captured. And so the object is to keep moving as a team, capture points, defend the points that are important, and as time ticks up, we will have a score limit in order to reach that. A couple different maps for this one as well. There's brush and pretty good area for combat. Everything is close enough to where you can respond to people capturing as a team, but still far enough away to where I can't really logistically defend more than 2, maybe 3 points if I'm a mobile master at a time.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. And then, so that's another.
One more question. People want to know who Thor's second character is. The little frog person, I think.
Thor's second character?
Yeah. Not Boomer.
This one here?
Yeah, that guy.
Oh, that's Nidian.
Yeah.
She was a new
That's
character.
a different skin, right?
Nope, that's just
No.
she got a little bit of a visual rework. Some of our characters, graphics in the game are constantly under change. Like Tajin and Demonos especially, they have a lot more polys in there.
Yeah.
Wow, rude. Rumpelo. I'm gonna throw
I have
bags
her
at
on
you.
my screen if you want her, Mags. Yeah. She's not gonna look the same, but she's cute.
Yeah, she used to have like really pink eyeshadow or something like
Yeah,
that, I remember.
and eyelashes.
Yeah.
But that's all being reworked. Again, this is all work in progress still. But
And,
she's
get back into
she
the
falls
game.
asleep on her little hover disc.
My game didn't
Oh
stay
no!
open. Maybe it's because I clicked the wrong thing.
Because you clicked escape and
Yeah.
leave game. Okay.
Maybe. I might have thought I was clicking the surrender button.
So let's talk about that. When you click escape, and if you wanted to leave the game, what do you do?
So there's a surrender option in Titan Ruins. If you are leaving the game, it will bring you back into the game when you log back in. So if you get disconnected and all
Yeah.
that stuff, you don't have to worry. You'll get back into your
And
game.
there's no penalty
Yeah.
of any sort.
Now,
so
if
you don't have to
you're
worry
if you're
about
just straight up leaving the game
well, then, yeah.
over and over again, we do have deserter penalties and stuff like that, so that you can not just be a troll and leave your team constantly. So you can see this is the new Tajin model. People who played him before, you'll recognize he's a little bit different. You've seen him in some of our promotional videos now. So we used more of the upgraded model for him and brought that into our game as well. All right, so we're going to get into a 5v5 match now. 5v5 is probably the match that has changed the most. You will notice that our Titan Ruins map is very, very different than what it was. Just invite all the people.
Just invite them all. Invite everyone.
Yes, the map has completely been overhauled. It has a different look to it. It has different locations for the monsters. The monsters themselves have their own models now instead of borrowing from elsewhere. So it's been a lot of heavy polish on Titan Ruins. Since it's one of our premier game modes, we wanted it to look good. Here we go. So we're not doing any kind of picking and banning, but that does exist in the ranked mode. You can do a pick ban phase to single out those masters you just don't like to play against.
Evildoers beware. Statesman is here.
I'm gonna play the Statesman again, and I think I like Demonos on Titan Ruins. Go with a lightning theme between the two.
Oh, you guys are going to play together, so I can't show the opposing team strats?
I mean, there's only so much you can kill your friends in a day.
I don't know, they got Rumpelo on the other team.
Yeah,
Pretty good.
Rumpelo and our QA team
And
obviously
pretty much
plays
every
this game
person who plays this game
all
knows
day,
it
every day,
inside and
sometimes.
out.
Yeah, I'm like, you guys are going to get wrecked.
Yeah.
Sometimes 12 plus hours a day.
I was playing with Rumpelo earlier and I got wrecked, so I've decided to choose a new alliance.
Yeah, we do have Jason on our team though.
Yeah, I was
GG.
just going to say Juji is pretty
So-
good, actually. Didn't some of them get like top rank in the betas or in the alphas?
Yes.
This is our first beta.
Yeah.
Juji did, I believe.
Yeah, Juji and I were both up there pretty good.
Yes.
Rumpel played a lot of Nightmare stages, PvE stages, and I don't know how much he did Titan Ruins.
I think we're gonna probably try to get him on to do some nightmare modes during the beta, so you guys can definitely tune into some of our streams. We're gonna be trying to stream as much as we possibly can during that. And we have some awesome streamers. Obviously, we're working with some people for our tag team tournament, but we're gonna be working with more people as we move into the beta.
Yay!
All right, so we're loading in to Titan Ruins. Now, first of all, look how different.
Oh, yes.
Titan Ruins is very different. Very, very different. But we do have a number of different objectives that are here.
That's way different.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I believe, after playing this quite a bit, I feel like it's different in definitely a good way.
How do you think the gameplay changes from what it was before?
So the main gist of the game is still the same, right? You're still earning points as a team. You're still trying to... I'm going to get mobbed down here. I just know it. Everybody left me. You're still trying to earn points as a team. You're still trying to capture the Titan sites. You're still trying to get Titans out onto the field. The things that have changed is just the layout of the map. How Titans spawn is a little bit different now. The first Titan is set, and then after that is sort of a random draw for which one comes out next. Got two people in the middle here. Everyone's up top. Holy moly.
And just for people who are kind of coming in here, maybe talk a little bit about the win conditions, because this is very different from your normal MOBA that you've probably played in the past for 5v5 modes. And obviously we have all those other modes that are coming in as well.
Sure, we got a little bit of a big fight going on here, but we can
Try to live.
try to live.
I'll be right there.
Try to live while we talk. So we
I'm
also
good.
did add a tower in the middle of the map here as well, just to help from people getting into your territory too early.
Ooh, right in the middle of it.
And people want to know why the change to the water not slowing people.
We changed a couple things with how the water worked. The water doesn't slow anymore. The river fish isn't as much of a jerk as he used to be. So now he'll, instead of having a chance to drop a Titan shard, which admittedly put a lot of randomness on whether or not you could get that or not. He'll actually just give you some ultimate gauge now and some health. Oh, Death Knight, Death Knight. Nice save of you there. Sorry, I'm trying to concentrate on this huge fight that's going on while trying to explain everything.
But
People said the riverfish was their best friend. Aww.
it was.
Riverfish was nobody's
They
friend.
said riverfish best master, and
Yeah. He'll actually be coming back as his own master.
As just his own.
All right, don't go too far into there.
No, because that one hurt just a little.
Come on, GG.
Actually, reset.
Baited.
Those.
so
Reset.
basically I can help them out because I know they're in deep battles. As you can see, the game is very, very action-packed, so you're not usually just sitting around farming minions or anything like that. You're always in the action or always completing objectives.
Correct.
So it's pretty intense to cast too, as Sean can
Yeah.
state.
Oh, yeah.
We'll get better at doing that.
But the your matches are always at max length 25 minutes. You can never really go over that. The team with the most points at the end of that wins. The next way to win is killing the core. Or you want to take over, Sean?
Sure. Well, one thing that's on my screen right now is, well, I have it up. We added this in our last test. For people who don't know, though, there is a trait system that is unique to each character. So for Statesman, I can boost his weapon damage, his health, defense, or skill defense. So I usually go pretty defensive with Statesman, and you can reset those at any time. So that it's actually quite an interesting dynamic when you come back to base. If you are just doing a really great job and everybody's winning, then you can come back and just switch completely to offensive
I
mode.
didn't know you
and-
could reset during, like, right there, too. That's awesome.
Yeah. Trying to ping for some help here.
So, like I said before, 25 minutes, team with the most points wins. Secondly, killing the core. And thirdly, Sean, you want to take that?
Sure. Yeah, basically timer, killing the core, or the most points when the timer runs out, or when you get to a certain point threshold. Nope, I'm not gonna let you get that. And so there are multiple different win conditions. You can adjust your strategy depending on how things are going. So if you haven't taken any towers at all, but you are ahead in points, then you can adjust your strategy to just kind of like wait it out and sit in your base and try to get it. So I got multiple people down here.
Multiple people up top too.
Just trying to. Time to end this. Little Matt. One cool thing about Statesman is, I mean, I got 2 on me. I don't think there's going to be much hope here with Boomeroo sucking the health out of me. Yeah, nobody came down to help. Come on, team.
We were right in the middle of dying.
Come on, team.
So we're here now.
How many times do I got to ping?
Okay, we're here now.
Come on,
and
team.
We can.
But we did get top altar for that, so that is good. So the side altars here summon basically like a mini Titan. These altar hero is what they're called. And they run up the lanes on the sides to try and smash these side towers here. Now they are a little bit more vulnerable to things like crowd control. They don't have nearly as much health as the main Titans do, but they're definitely worthy objectives to get. And they'll also grant your team some buffs and stuff like that. Yeah, you're in a world of trouble now, slime. You know?
You got back up.
You got a little too far from me there. But as you can see, for people who played before, even the jungle's a little bit different. There are a couple different enemies that are new. Instead of the riverfish dropping Titan shards, there is actually a boss objective. This Titan monolith here, when you kill him, he will actually drop the Titan shard guaranteed, so that you can make it an objective instead of being... I gotta go back anyway, let me grab it.
Okay.
So you can make it an objective rather than it being just like, oh, I happen to get a Titan shard when, I pried riverfish off my face. And I can adjust my traits once again. Let's go a little more
I think
health.
people are talking about the WASD controls, but I think you can also choose to use the click to move if you prefer that. So you can kind of switch between whichever one you like. So if you are somebody who really prefers that, you can still play that way.
Yeah.
But I mean, coming from an MMO background, I prefer WASD, MMO and FPS style.
Yeah, I mean, I've played quite a few MOBAs that do the click to move thing, and they work. They feel good for those games. I cannot do it for MXM. It doesn't feel good. But the WASD controls, the action movement of it, all that stuff feels really good for this game.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that people who do prefer to play that way, you still can play that way if you do want to.
So we got a Titan attacking our tower here. I'm going to try and go up and relieve that a little bit. It's not going to last very long. And there are also multiple people in the middle lane there.
Ooh, something that I just want to remind you guys. Cheesecake, who did an Inouen cosplay. Thank you,
yeah.
Cheesecake. Freaking amazing. We retweeted that over on our Twitter if you guys want to check it out. Play MXM. She wants to know if there's any changes that were made to the default model, and maybe you can show that off after your guys' match.
The default model for
Inouen.
For Inouen? Inouen got a little bit of an update, if I remember right. I think for the characters that we made for our CG pieces, we tried to utilize the models from those CG pieces where we could.
And just to make you guys smile, Master Seabag is saying, "Oh my gosh, never in my life have I been this hyped for a MOBA."
Well, that is good.
And we also have someone else stating that they're not really a mobile player, but this actually makes them really interested in MOBAs.
You know, that's kind of a sentiment we've gotten from several people, including press that we've shown the game to. We had one gentleman in particular. This was a little while ago at one of our PAX presentations, who, after he got done playing, he came in. He's like, you know, I kind of expected that this was just going to be a game I covered. I'm not a MOBA fan, but this was actually a lot of fun, and he ended up giving us best of show at that PAX event. So there is that sentiment. It plays like an action game first.
Yep.
And then on top of that, there is the different game modes, the battle arena, the MOBA mode, the lane mode, the PvE mode. So at its core, it's an action game. If you like action games, this might be the first MOBA that you ever play. You might like it, you might not. But even if you don't like the MOBA aspect of it, there are other game modes for you that you may like as well.
It is definitely.
GG just knocked everybody out of my stun. Way to be a team player, Jason.
People are mostly saying that it's because some of them are confusing, and because we have all these different modes, but they're very straightforward and like how you win, right?
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah. Well, I think the thing is I can understand that, but once you get in game, you definitely feel the difference. You know, it becomes intuitive as you're playing.
The Haunted Bagel says that they're going to send us some bagels for extreme hype.
Hype
Amazing
bagels.
game that he can't wait to play.
Hype bagels are the best kind of bagels.
Yep.
And Tumion is saying the tower hurts.
Yeah, the tower does hurt.
Yes.
Yeah, MXM, as far as damage goes, damage that your characters receive, very, in some cases, unforgiving. Because you have that swap mechanism, because you have basically another full health bar at your disposal at all times, CC and damage is pretty heavy in the game.
Maybe talk a little bit about the googly eyes on your character too.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Googly
you just
eyes.
did it now.
So
that basically shows that the enemy team has
Yeah.
vision on you where they would not have otherwise.
and usually what happens is if you've picked up a Titan shard as well.
So we just had a Titan Incarnate transformation in the middle. One thing that we changed this time is that Titan shards in general are a little easier to get. And Rumble just jumped off the screen. Titan shards in general are easier to get, and they cost less to use. But they are the duration is a little bit shorter.
Also,
So it only takes 5
people are in
Titan
shock at
Take it, Jason.
because you said
Jason
bagels two different ways.
Jason keeps knocking people out of my Demino stuns.
Of course, he's. Oh, you guys are on the same team.
Yeah, we are.
Wait.
He's trolling me.
People are amused by the rump.
The rump.
The rump. They're like, bye bye, rump. Get out of here.
He is a hard one to beat.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah. I think he actually lives, eats, and breathes MXM. So I have the Titan shard. So I'm gonna go back.
So if you see the little coin next to Sunshine's name right there, that is a Titan shard.
And when you press B, it'll return you back to your base and spawns you right in the place where you need to actually get the shard. It also gives you a little heal. But while you have the shard, it does slow you down and visibility is on you. So the other team can see where you're at.
So points-wise, the game is actually really close right now. We are down a couple towers on our side, but as far as the points go, it's very, very close. The altars themselves are going to be opening up in about a minute. Yeah, 2 minutes or so. But big fight going on down the bottom.
Wait a minute.
Let's try and go help my team out a little bit here. Keep it going. On my way, folks.
Allied Titan approaching.
Not yet. I can't.
So this is where we get really
So
quiet.
people are asking about like in-game comms, like voice comms and things of that sort. I don't know if you can talk about that on any front, Sean.
Yeah, we don't have our own like in-game voice chat or anything like that. But we, you know, obviously we, being mobile players ourselves, we recognize that stuff's pretty. Careful, sunshine! Don't go too deep.
I was like right when I noticed it too, and I'm like, I'm gonna move back.
Thirsty. Sunshine's thirsty for those kills.
I was just like too focused on killing.
You gotta play like the melee brawler characters. I feel like that's your style, girl.
Yeah.
Girl.
Yeah. No, I do pretty well with Suzuka, but like, you know, again, these masters are designed skill-wise to, you know, fight against other masters, and some of them are just way better than others in that respect, and like the how they kind of
some are
go against
offensive,
each
some
other,
are defensive.
and some are weaker against offense and defense. So
Oh, Titan Incarnate here.
I,
Back out. Back out. Back out.
ooh, so you can see we're back up again a little bit, but that could quickly change.
Enemy multi-kill.
Yep, we do have a Titan coming here. We do have a
Yeah,
Titan Shard.
one right down the center.
Grab that Titan Shard if you can.
Yep, got it, and gotta get away.
Roads at night are dangerous.
Some people are asking about the heat mechanic as well.
Depending on your character, you can become exhausted or your weapon can overheat, and that just temporarily slows down your rate of fire or makes it so you can't attack for a little bit. But it's something to where, like Statesman, for example, he doesn't have
Enemy Titan approaching.
any overheat. He doesn't get exhausted. He doesn't get tired. Lua also does not overheat. She just has like a 10-round burst that she fires in. So it's just
Okay.
different ways that different characters.
Titan Incarnate available.
Will now assist your enemies.
Let's hold on to Titan Incarnate for now. Nope, they just got the boss. We weren't able to get there in time.
Give up.
Come on, guys. Come on.
As you can see here, there's a little vision blip that the enemy team puts down. I'm able to actually disable that. So now they don't have vision in that area anymore. But we do have several people in the middle of the map pushing in.
Available for capture.
And we got people in our base.
Yep, I'm coming.
And for those asking about new heroes and how we're going to implement them, I think we're going to have a little bit more details of that later on. Obviously, we're just moving into our first beta, so definitely come help us test the game out, give us feedback about the masters that you see right now, and that will be available throughout the beta.
Enemy Titan approaching.
And look at those concentration faces.
That was me not swapping fast enough.
Yeah. Our core probably good. Okay, so somebody is an incarnate.
That was our team, yep.
Yay, good.
Yeah, see the...
Still waiting for my respawn.
Well, Incarnate's
Yeah.
not... Here. 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 Here.
Yep.
Here.
There we go.
Incarnate.
Attack.
There we go.
Nice. Yeah, and good timing on the incarnate. Like, you got to really utilize those at the right time.
You know, there is a chance that you could utilize it when you don't need it, even though you think you're needing it in the moment.
Yep.
And you definitely have to work it as a team, because if somebody accidentally, blows the buff and they really don't need it, it can injure you in a heartbeat.
For example,
Yeah.
if you're at the base and the fight is in the middle of the map, you
Yeah.
might not want to use the
Right, because it is
incarnate.
timed, and it will, it will go away. So,
So one of the changes that we made in Titan Ruins in order for Titan Incarnates to be more utilized throughout is that every time you lose a tower, you gain a Titan shard. So if you're just getting beat up, you notice that we have a Titan Incarnate again already because they pushed into our base there and they were able to do quite a bit of damage to us just then. And so we gained Titan shards for each of those towers that they destroyed. And we have an Incarnate transformation available again.
Enemy Titan approaching.
Let's teach him a lesson.
too late. So guess what I just did?
What did you just did?
Just take a wild guess. Yeah, died.
Died
You're
to tower?
right. Yeah.
We showed it on camera.
Yep.
So here's that
That's
River
right.
King's Heart
It is brutal.
buff.
And you can see the buff swirling around him also, the
Yeah.
little blue balls.
Also, like, I laugh about dying a lot. You definitely don't want to do that because it does extend your spawn time. So, in addition to having a long spawn timer, that injures your team's ability to progress. So I'm very sorry that all of my deaths have now caused probably our potential demise.
Oh, it's fine. We still got a Titan
Sorry,
Incarnate.
not sorry. That's right.
Come on, people, hit yes.
Yes, yes.
Allied Titan approaching.
People are like, I've never seen a crazier comeback like this.
A powerful offense is a powerful defense.
They're cutting into my lunchtime, guys.
Sorry,
We
guys.
got 30 seconds.
Yeah.
We should try and get this boss.
Yep. Okay. Okay, so that's where we're going. Sean just clicked the map.
So this guy here, we got 2 minutes left. We are down in points. We're going to try and take this boss as a last-ditch effort because there's no way that we're going to be able to take their base in the amount of time that we have left on this. So what
Yep.
we can hope to do is kill this boss, get ourselves 100 points, take the lead, and then just turtle.
Oh, we just got in there, like, from flow.
He's in here. They're trying to stall to get the rest of the team in here. We got to be ready to kill the team when they come in.
Yeah,
Alright,
they
so
are
far so
sneaking
good.
in and
Good. Here they come.
grabbing some kills when they can.
I know it's coming. I know it's coming. I think they're just trying to go and maybe win before they do this. But if we can kill this guy, then we'll get a Titan out.
You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. So close.
sir.
Let's do it.
Or they're gonna KS and steal your
Could.
kill.
They could. We got it.
That's also
We got it.
they're contested mobs, so someone else can come in and just take
Yep.
it.
And they could, yeah.
So we got 37 seconds
that
left, and we
kill.
have to just not die. Just don't
So
die.
Dee Dee will stay back here with the Titan.
Die. We just need to make sure that they don't get like the 26 points that they need in the next 20 seconds, and
I'll
we'll
just
win.
stay right here and just like, oh look, there's a Titan. I'm gonna.
But here's the thing.
Get back to base.
What
Get
they
back to
could do
base.
with
Get
their
back to base.
points is
Get back to base.
They can just go ahead and kill minions for those points, too.
They've
right?
got 5
Yeah.
seconds to try and get the score. I don't think they're going to be able to do it.
Come on! Yes!
Wait. Yes.
Oh my gosh, that was actually pretty epic.
High five.
The comeback.
That was close. So 20 points. Oh, my own personal highlight.
Let's talk about this.
Team Titan approaching.
Little thing that we added to the game is basically at the end of the game now you get to see your own personal highlight. What the game determines, so that was a pretty epic smash, I will say.
Yeah.
What the game determines was your best moment in time in the game. And we also do have, a feature to actually upvote people for certain achievements and stuff like that. So most consecutive kills, kill participation. Dr. Monkey was the combo breaker, locked down 33 people. As far as damage dealt, that went to Juji, and for Savior, I had got that one for healing my team. So just a little way to acknowledge people for their contributions to the match. And then obviously we do have our ending scoreboard here as well that lets you see breakdown of everything. Now you can also go to the battle log here. You can see if you want to go to damage dealt, if you want to go to damage received, all that stuff is in our battle log. You can go breakdown by master. So Juji played Jingtai and Lua. 8 of his kills were on Lua. So, I mean, he can take a look at that and say, 8 of my kills, 6 of my consecutive kills, my biggest streaks were on Lua, but I also died the most when I was on her. So I need to swap to Jingtai a little bit more for that survivability. And you can see every single person's breakdown here as well to see who had the strengths where. So yeah, just kind of general end of match stuff. You can see the Titans that came out. But basically, this, like I said, this is why the different ways to win Titan Ruins matter. Comes down to strategy. At the end of that match, I looked at the map. They still had the majority of their towers up.
Correct.
We had 2 minutes. So it came down to, there's no possible way we're going to power through and kill their core in 2 minutes. So we went for that boss just as soon as he spawned. We got 100 points for killing him in a very
dramatic amount of time.
nail-biting fashion. But we got it, and that was enough points for us to get through. Now the enemy team at that point had to make a decision. We got 30 seconds left on the clock. What do we do here? They tried to rush the core to try and kill it. There wasn't enough time to do that. If they had gone through and tried to hunt us down and get kills from us, maybe they would have gotten it. If they would have concentrated on lane minions, they might have been able to get enough points to reach it. They only lost by 20 points.
Right.
But it came down to decisions that had to be made as a team in the 11th hour.
Yeah. And especially since like some of this communication isn't verbalized at all. I mean, you are like madly clicking the map, like get up here, get up here. So you have to pay attention to that, especially if you're not on, any kind of Discord channel or anything like that.
Yeah.
So very competitive gameplay, very, very intense gameplay. I know that my heart was pounding at a certain point, especially when we're killing that boss and I die, because Rumpelo decides to like snipe me.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, we're it. Because at that point I thought, well, I just lost it for everyone.
So Cheesecake wanted to see Inouin.
Yes.
So I will show new Inouin.
Yeah.
She
So
wants to know what kind of adjustment she needs to make. To her
okay.
outfit.
To the
And
costume.
as far as look, you're probably still pretty good. I don't know. I think the knee pads were always there. It's just more of her face in general got a little bit of a change to be more based on the character that we've been utilizing in 3D and stuff like that. So for the most part, I think your costume is still pretty spot on.
Yeah.
Yes, Cheesecake. Thank you so much, and we can't wait to see more cosplay. So if you have anything or a fan art or anything, please send them to us. You can tweet us at PlayMXM.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I did want to show one thing real quick because I know that we had one of the more popular characters in our last test was Maya.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to show off her new ult real quick. It's
And
kinda
for
fun.
those of you who don't know, we have this little training area, so you can go in here anytime you want, mess around with your characters. There's mobs, and there's different groupings of them, different health equals, right?
It's kind of a cool little training ground. We do have enemies that you can fight. We do have an ally in here so that you can, play around with your savior skills and figure out how that interacts. And anytime you step on this middle pad here, it resets everything, gives you full ultimate gauge, resets your cooldowns, all that kind of stuff, so you can really play around with combos and how things work. So I'm going to take, let's see, I'm going to bring Tajin up to other Tajin up here. And then come on down here. So now Maya's new ultimate skill will actually put a shield on Tajin. Right now I have it ranked up. So he gets a invulnerability for 4 seconds. And during that time I'm channeling and I will go directly to him. And so now no matter where he is on the map, you can kind of swoop in and save them. Now the downside to this is that you do not get to pick where you go. It automatically targets the master with the lowest health. So if you think you're going in to save friend A, and then friend B on the other side of the map takes a little bit more damage right before you hit it, you're going to friend B.
Yeah.
So there is a little bit of a danger to using it, but it allows you to reinforce that character. Once you, if they're trying to escape desperately, you give them invulnerability. As soon as you get in, you can grab them with your things, your pad and your safety protocol, or what's it called, savior protocol, and get them out of there. Savior protocol is kind of fun too. You lift them up and put a shield on them.
That can be tricky as far as making sure that you're skilled up as a player to go ahead and coordinate that. You're offering support to another player, and then all of a sudden you're teleported away from the one you're supporting who's tanking or otherwise.
Also, we got approval to show her cosplay on stream if you want to show it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so here it is. Cheesecake.
There's Cheesecake. Thank you, Cheesecake. No, that looks excellent.
Nothing
It's
to
spot
fear.
on.
Well, a statesman is here.
Look at that. Thank you for doing that. Thank you to anybody who actually, goes all out and, dresses up and tries to get all of the equipment to do that. Cosplay is not an inexpensive hobby.
No.
So making any kind of pieces or costume pieces, it does cost some money. So we definitely appreciate
Yeah,
all of our
look at that
cosplayers and
weapon.
cosplayers in general.
Yeah, that's the fun thing about a game like this, though, with so many different characters. The hope is that the community embraces them and enjoys them all, and between the characters and the skins that they have available to them, there's just so many fun cosplay opportunities.
Absolutely.
So hopefully we start to see some more of those as we get out there and get ready to launch.
Yay. Okay, well, that's kind of about it. We do have some mini games coming up, but we're running out of time, so we're going to have to save that for another live stream. But I definitely want to run through the fact that we have CBT coming up April 6th through the 27th. We have more information on Founders Packs coming up, so please keep a watch on the site. And as stuff happens, we'll go ahead and update social and all of these places. Please follow us on social, because that's where you're going to get this news and information. So it's Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, all of them. Just go ahead and follow us. This live stream will be up on YouTube as well, so please give us a follow on YouTube. What else?
CBT is coming up.
Yes,
So
just please join in the CBT.
It's super easy to get into. Literally go to the front page of playmxm.com. The first thing that you see is going to be a little video playing that says join the MXM closed beta. If you have an NCSoft account, you click that button, you log in, and you have access. It's that easy. You tell your friends to join. It's super easy and quick to get in. We are going to have some pretty cool rewards, as we talked about earlier, for participating in the beta. So if you want a cool skin that people aren't going to be able to get again, please come in, join us, and you have those bragging rights forever.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Can we show Beijing one more time?
Oh
One
yeah.
more time, just because look how
That'd be
sexy
so
this is.
awesome. I want one of those shirts. Definitely need one of those.
Oh my
Hashtag
gosh,
Beijing.
yes.
Cool deal.
We should have done that as our shirt
Yep.
design for
Yep.
the tag team tournament. Oh,
Next
man.
time.
Missed opportunity.
Next time. Next time. Great. Awesome. Okay, well that's it, everybody. Again, sign up for closed beta if you haven't already. If you're a new person, you're just seeing MXM for the first time. Our website is full of information to catch you up to speed on what MXM is, what the masters are. We have Meet the Masters coming out now. That is started up, so you can currently see Statesman and read all about his backstory and all sorts of fun things. Master skills, go ahead and read up on those, but know that what you're going to see in closed beta will probably change a little bit, and we are updating that content as we can.
Yes. The more you guys, the
Yep.
more you guys break, the more you guys have
Absolutely.
fun.
The more we enjoy that, because
test
that
out-
will make for a very happy launch when we do.
Test out OP combos
Yes,
with our new
please.
combo system.
Yes, please. All feedback on the forums. You will get forums access when we go ahead and send out those newsletters. For those who are signing up for the newsletter for the first time who haven't played in alphas, your forums access will come at a later time when we go ahead and launch CBT. Other than that, just follow us all those places.
All the places.
Yeah, and then we love you and we thank you for supporting us during this time. Please continue to watch us. We're going to move into, hopefully, more live streams during this time.
Yeah,
And,
we're getting to a pretty exciting time right now.
Absolutely.
I mean, this is our CBT. This is a our big test before we launch this game. As I said, we're launching in summer, so expect that our communication, our live streams, everything, contests, all that fun stuff that are going to be coming up. We're going to be starting pretty much right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool.